Email's taking forever.
Hi, we're Email Fox. As a salesperson, I often have this frustration. I want to send 100 emails out, touch base with each person, cold email, but I don't have time to personalize it. There's a study done, 31% of a salesperson's time goes into research before sending an email. And that's a lot of time taken away from actually selling. And as we all know, we all receive templates. Templates don't really work. It's just a mass email, generic, and it makes you feel as though you're just a number in their system. So we did a survey with 15 salespeople, and we talked with 4 in person, 4 over the phone, and the rest online, and we discovered that salespeople do want to make their emails more personal, but it often takes a lot of time.
So, based on our research, what we developed was essentially you can think of as a Novell email composer targeted for salespeople. So the idea is we want to automate sales email creation to the best of our ability. So using machine learning and a bit of AI, we're able to aggregate data on the target recipient and then fetch that data and then learn about the target recipient and then produce relevant, personable information tidbits that you can craft and curate into your sales email. The idea is this will drastically reduce the sales email crafting to be able to send more emails. It saves the salesperson time, and furthermore, we provide heuristic scoring to be able to optimize your conversions. And we'll show in the demo how that works. The bigger vision here is it's time that sales reps upgrade to the 21st century and do away with templates. And one way to do that is we create personal connections at scale through automation. So now we're going to do live demo. This is what we did in this whole weekend. It's a web app, JavaScript, Node.js app, and so this is Email Fox. And basically, we developed a web app, but the medium can be a web app, or it could be a plugin on your Gmail client, or whatever the sales rep is using. So we launch on the email composer here. I'm going to go ahead and compose an email for one of our judges, actually, because we want to sell them on our software. So I'm going to go ahead and sell Kathy David at ittechpros.com. I'm going to write my email here. As you can see, as I'm typing this, we're automatically aggregating personal data, good personal data about Kathy to be able to craft a personal email that's not a template. And so let's go ahead and craft one. Let's connect. And as you can see here, there's heuristic scoring that will help me in real time identify how well I'm crafting this email. So I'm kind of crunched for time, so I'm going to go ahead and use our Smart Sentences technology, which uses machine learning to craft tidbit information about the target recipient. So here I noticed, hypothetically, I went to the same school as Kathy, UCLA Anderson, so I'll start that as my intro. So I'll plug that in. How did you go there? I went to school there. Who was your prof? Then I'm also, so as you can see here, there's different icons. We develop smart sentences at a personal level, and at a company level, and even at an industry level. So in this case, we recognize that her business is a small business. It has 10 employees. So we're gonna, we realize that's a prime customer for us. So we're gonna add in a body for that to try to sell it for that. And then finally, we also recognize that I'm in San Diego. I live in San Diego. It doesn't need to be a phone call. I can, meet her for coffee. So let's go ahead and meet for coffee. Thank you. And I just crafted a personal email within minutes rather than hours. And I'm going to send this, and Kathy actually got it, so, go ahead.
All right, to approach the market, we're actually going to have a tiered level, starting with free salesmen at an $88 a month price point, scaled all the way up to $25 and more, right? So when we looked at the competition that's out there, Nova is one of the strongest competitors. They're a 3-month startup coming from an incubator that hasn't yet launched. So the way we're going to differentiate ourselves is we're actually going to improve our suggestions to our customers by our machine learning technology.
Our go-to-market strategy, we have a beta release. We've reached out to 12 vetted sales reps that we know personally who've all agreed to try this. We're going to validate our metrics on the time savings and the increased response rate. And then we're going to eat our own dog food. We're going to send cold but relevant and personal emails to salespeople and sales managers. The sales managers are the decision makers. And we're going to focus on software companies. We're going to start real niche because we think they'll be early adopters. We found there's about 30,000 software companies that have sales teams.